Hi everybody, I'd like to introduce you to a good friend of mine. Her name is Ilse Pretorius. Ilse is a conveyancing attorney in Wilderness. Her offices are based in the beautiful village of Wilderness. Ilse, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for answering lots of questions and always being a help to me. She's very kindly offered some of her time to answer some of the frequently asked questions that buyers and sellers have. What is the first piece of advice that you would like to give a buyer and a seller?
Thank you, Vanessa, and thank you for the honor to assist you with these questions. Once we receive an instruction electronically, or in Vanessa's case, most of the time by hand, since our offices are walking distance from each other, I will obtain information that's necessary for the drafting of the transfer documents and for FICA compliance from the clients. To a seller, my advice would be the moment that you start thinking or contemplating selling your property, look for your title deed. If you cannot find or obtain the original, already initiate the process to get a registered copy from the deeds office.
Okay, Ilse, where would the title deed normally be?
Good. You must remember that the deeds office would not know about you paying off your ABSA Bank bond, for instance. The ABSA Bank or any bank would not inform the deeds office that you settled the full loan amount. Your bond will still remain registered on the records of the deeds office and the bank upon it officially being cancelled at the deeds office. There's an entire process how to cancel a bond. I'm on many occasions find it that the clients would say there's no bond registered. The first thing I do when I open my file is I do a deed search on the property to see exactly what is recorded in respect of the owner as well as the property at the deeds office. Okay, and if you know it was bonded and you're not sure whether it has been cancelled or not, try to find your loan account number. But of course, without that, it's impossible. A lot of clients also say to me, but Ilse, can't you phone the bank? No, I can't. The bank will not give me the account number of any client. Doesn't matter who I am. So that's my piece of advice for a seller. When it comes to a purchaser, are we just looking at your normal FICA compliance?
FICA being what? Explain exactly what FICA means.
Okay, so we need to identify our client. We need to know our client. So that would be the ID documents, passport, in the case of a foreigner, proof of address. But that is not where my list ends. I go further because I need to describe the parties in the transfer documents according to their status, current status, and identify them. So I will ask for marriage certificates if they're married, and a nuptial contract to prove that they are married out of community property, because on the marriage certificate you won't see it. So those are documents that people have to go and find, and they only hear about it when I ask them for it.
Okay.
So it's good to get your paperwork in order. Proof of banking details is another requirement now. Strictly wise, certified copies. So the client needs to provide me with the original, I make a copy and certified as a true copy of the
Would
original.
that be on all the FICA documents?
That is what those are the rules.
Okay.
But when it comes to bond cancellations and bank processes, certified copies. Okay. So that is the first thing I would ask the client. I'll give them a whole list of documents to obtain and to provide me with. Without that, I can't proceed with the drafting of the document. Another thing that I see that people have to struggle and battle to get hold of, especially in these days, I'm going to need everybody's income tax numbers. Okay, for the sales process. So usually, especially when it's trustful companies, they don't really use it regularly, then they have to go and find and look for that information. So if they could already obtain it from the start,
yes,
it will enable the conveyancer to immediately proceed with the transfer process. Yeah.
So, what we need to take away from this then is the moment you've decided that you're going to buy or sell a property, please go and have a look for all your documents Get certified copies of everything, make your life a lot easier, and it will also help with the registration process. So please make sure you've got everything in order before you even start the process.